Jane Austen, an introduction. Some would argue that Jane Austen was England's finest authoress, and it would be hard to argue against. The characters and sweep of the lives of the landed gentry, and her grip on social commentary in Pride and Prejudice, Sense and Sensibility, Emma, Northanger Abbey, a true testament to her greatness in a life of only 42 years. But here we present another facet of her talent, her poetry, often overlooked and admittedly slim, but revealing nonetheless. These poems are read for you by Ghizela Rowe. When Stretched on One's Bed. When stretched on one's bed with a fierce throbbing head, which precludes a light thought or repose, how little one cares for the grandest affairs that may busy the world as it goes. How little one feels for the waltzes and reels of our dance-loving friends at a ball. How slight one's concern to conjecture or learn what their flounces or hearts may befall. How little one minds if a company dines on the best that the season affords. How short is one's muse, or the sauces and stews, or the guests, be they beggars or lords. How little the bells ring they peal, toll thy knells, can attract our attention or ears. The bride may be married, the corpse may be carried, and touch nor our hopes nor our fears. Our own bodily pains every faculty chains, we can feel on no subject besides. 'Tis in health and in ease we the power must seize, for our friends and our souls to provide. I've a pain in my head, by Jane Austen. I've a pain in my head, said the suffering Beckford, to her doctor so dread. Oh, what shall I take for it? Said the doctor so dread, whose name it was Newnham. For this pain in your head, what can you do, ma'am? Said Miss Beckford. Suppose if you think there's no risk, I take a good dose of calomel brisk. What a praiseworthy notion, replied Mr. Newnham. You shall have such a potion, and so will I too, ma'am. Miss Lloyd has now went to Miss Green, by Jane Austen. Miss Lloyd has now sent to Miss Green, as on opening the box may be seen, some years of black ploughman's gauze, to be made up directly, because Miss Lloyd must in mourning appear for the death of a relative dear. Miss Lloyd must expect to receive this licence to mourn and to grieve, complete ere the end of the week. It is better to write than to speak. Mock panegyric on a young friend. In measured verse I'll now rehearse the charms of lovely Anna, and first her mind is unconfined, like any vast savannah. Ontario's lake may fitly speak of fancy's ample bound, its circuit may on strict survey 500 miles be found. Her wit descends on foes and friends, like famed Niagara's fall, and travellers gaze in wild amaze, and listen one and all. Her judgments sound, thick, black, profound, like transatlantic groves, dispenses aid and friendly shade to all that in it roves. If thus her mind to be defined America exhausts, and all that's grand in that great land in similes it costs. Oh, how can I her person try to image and portray, how paint the face, the form, how trace in which those virtues lay? Another world must be unfurled, another language known, ere tongue or sound can publish round her charms of flesh and bone. Happy the Labourer, by Jane Austen. Happy the labourer in his Sunday clothes, in light drab coat, smart waistcoat, well-darned hose, and hat upon his head, to church he goes. As oft with conscious pride he downward throws a glance upon the ample cabbage rose that stuck in buttonhole regales his nose. He envies not the gayest London beau. In church he takes his seat among the rows, pays to the place the reverence he owes, likes best the prayers whose meaning least he knows, lists to the sermon in a softening doze, and rouses joyous at the welcome.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?